Steve. So my name is Arina and I'm a junior SaaS consultant in Analytium. And today we're going to present you more about the Azure Data Factory and PowerBI and how they're interconnected with each other. But, for the start, I would like to say that nowadays companies have an access to a massive amount of data. However, on its own, raw data doesn't have the proper context to provide meaningful insights to business or decision makers or data scientists. Big data requires a server that helps to refine this enormous stores of raw data into actionable business insights. So today, Azure Data Factory is a fully managed serverless data integrator servers that is built for a complex hybrid ETL, ELT, and data integration projects. So Azure Data Factory uses its own 100 built-in connectors to ingest and transform data from big data sources like Amazon Redshift, Google BigQuery, Hadoop distributed file system. Then we have the second one is the enterprise data warehouse like Oracle, Exadata, Teradata, CAS, apps like Salesforce, Marketo, and ServerNow, and also all Azure data services. So after you create a pipeline that performs the action that you need, for example, data movement or data transformation, you can then schedule it to run, for example, hourly, daily, weekly, or for example, monthly. So then you have the time window scheduling or trigger the pipeline from an event occurrence. So when you have the data loaded into the data warehouse, then you can do some transformation, for example, using PowerBI in order to present some insightful visuals. So the purpose of today's live demo is to extract data from such CRM system as Hubspot using Azure Data Factory as a warehouse and then present some insights in Power BI. And now I give the floor to my colleague Marina, who will give more information about Azure Data Factory.
Thank you, Arina. Good morning, everybody. My name is Marina, and I'm a junior consultant at Analytium. And today I'm going to show you how to download data from Hubspot CRM. Could you please confirm that you see my screen? Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
So today I'm going to show you how to download data from Hubspot CRM into Azure SQL Database using Azure Data Factory. First of all, we need to create an instance for Azure Data Factory, and we've done already, and navigate there. This is the instance of our Azure Data Factory, and now we just go into it, and the interface of our Data Factory looks like this. So first of all, we need to create a connection to Hubspot CRM. We navigate to Manage, Link Services, and here you can see that we have already connected to Hubspot and to Azure SQL Database, but I will show you how to do this in few steps. Just click plus sign. Here there are a lot of connectors that we can connect to. We choose Hubspot. Sorry. Then we will need client ID, client secret, access token, and refresh token to connect to Hubspot. If you navigate to Hubspot developer site, you can create applications there and get client ID and client secret from there, and use this data for creation access token and refresh token. Just follow the instruction from Hubspot developer site. So as I said, we have already done this, so we skip these steps and go further. Now we go to Author, and we're going to create our pipeline for downloading data from Hubspot CRM. New pipeline. Here we choose, let's call it Hubspot. Okay. And now in activities, we just find copy data activity, drag and drop it into our canvas, and fill out the fields for this activity. General copy. We are going to download data about such tables as deals, companies, and contacts for visualization purposes. So I will show you in our demo how to download data from deals table. So we will call this activity as copy deals. Then we go to source, and we need to create a source data set. As we are going to download from Hubspot, so we find Hubspot. We will call it Hubspot deals. Okay, and choose the linked service, Hubspot, that we have created. Okay. After that, we go to Sync tab, and we need also to create a sync data set where our data will be stored in Azure SQL Database. So we just go to Azure tab, find SQL Azure Database. We will call it Hubspot Deals DB. Linked service Azure SQL Database, and table. We don't have table at the moment for storing this data, so we need to create it. It will be called, for example, Hubspot Deals. As we don't have this table at the moment, so we don't need to import schema, so click None. Okay. After that, we will also, on this tab, we click Auto Create Table. So the table will be created if it doesn't exist in our database. Navigate there and import schemas. Okay, just a moment. Use. Data set. Oh, just a moment. We forgot to, I suppose, to choose the data here, of course. We didn't choose the table here. So we are going to download deal properties values. Okay, this is it. Yeah. Mapping. We're going to see at our schema of our table, how it looks like, what fields are there, and so on. It usually takes several seconds to upload this information. So we see that there are 5 fields in this table. So let's look at this data. We press Preview Source, and we will see how this data looks like. It usually also takes several seconds. Okay, and now we see that in the field property name, we see different properties of our deal, and in the field property value, we see the values of this deal. So we are interested in not in all of these values, all of these properties, but only several of them will be used for our visualization purposes. So we just need to do some transformation of our data, and I will show you how to do this in several means. So now when our data, we need to download this data, go to debug mode. It usually also takes several seconds. And now we are loading data into our database, namely into the table that is called DBO Hubspot deals. Here we see the loading process. You can refresh it several times. The process started. In progress. Okay, successful. And now navigate to the data flows and create a data flow. We call it deals pivot because we are going to do pivoting. Okay, source. Data set. We taken data from our Hubspot deals DB. Then go to source projection, import projection. We need to extract information about our table, about its fields. So, okay. Now we add pivot activity. We are going to group by deal ID, pivot key. We are going to extract data from property name. We will use this information from this field as a columns for our new table. And values. We are interested in such values as deal name, deal stage, and amount. Okay, pivoted columns. Here we just as all the data are unique for each property, so we are going to use first function. And that's it. And add sync. We are going to store our data, our column, our data in a new table in our database. So we're going to write this data into it. We just create it. It will be Azure SQL Database object. We'll call it Hubspot. Hubspot deals pivot. Example DB. Azure SQL Database link service will be used for this. Table, we don't have this table, so we create it. DBO Hubspot deals, let's call it flat. Okay, input schema none. Okay. And now we go to settings and just click recreate table for a case if we have this table in our database. So after that, mapping, let's change some tables names to be everything unified. So it's okay. And now let's review our data, how it looks like. Okay, we have 4 columns in our new table with deal ID, deal name, deal stage, and amount. And the final step we are going to do, we just let's publish all our work. not to lose it, to prevent from disappearing it. Publish and completed. And now we just drag and drop this data flow into our Hubspot pipeline and connect it to our copy data activity. As we have already downloaded data about our deals, this table is in our database. We just let's debug on this step. We don't need to download it anymore, and just click debug, and we will wait several seconds for the data to be in our database. So, as I mentioned, I've shown you how to download data only from one table, deals table, but we have also tables, companies, and contacts. Just a moment. It requires some time. The process started. It's in progress. Some refresh. And now, okay. So it succeeded. Okay. Now the information about deals is in our database, but I also created, I will show you the chain, the pipeline for loading data from contacts, companies, and deals tables, and also data flows for these tables with transformation of the data. And we have already downloaded this information to our database, and it's ready for further work with it. So now Arina will show you how to do some visualizations on this data from PowerBI and how to connect from PowerBI into Azure SQL Database. So Arina.
Okay. Can you see the screen? Yeah. Okay, great. So here we are in Power BI desktop, and we need to connect to our Azure Data Factory. Basically, there are tons of pre-built connectors, and of course, there is Azure Data Factory. So we just click on Get Data. It takes a few seconds. Then we go to Azure. We see the Azure SQL Database connector, and then we just simply need to go to the SQL data server. Then we need to copy the server name, go back to SQL server, connect, click import code. And here we are, we can see all the tables that are presented in Azure Data Factory. We need to select the ones that we are going to transform today, which is contacts, companies, and as well as deals information. We don't need to transform data as we have already done that in Azure Data Factory. Just simply click load. But we have done some prep work, so it has already been downloaded to the Power BI. So we don't need to load, but you can see it can be successfully downloaded to Power BI as well. And now, in the purpose of our demo, I would like to show two interesting visuals. The first one is total value of deals. So we just simply go to Hubspot deals, then select the deal name as x-axis and amount as y-axis, and you can see the total deals as well as the stage. We're going to have the filter. For example, we need to know which contracts are closed and lost, which are closed and won, or just simply would like to see the overall situation. The second visual that we're going to present is going to be the company segmentation by industry. For that purpose, I'm going to use the industry as y-axis, as well as the name as x-axis. And here we can see the total amount of companies based on the segmentation of industry. Also, I would like to present some other insightful visuals, for example, clients by region. So you can see this is the tree map, the key regions of our clients. The second visual is going to be the current status of clients from context table, and one but which is lagging behind in Hubspot CRM system, but is very unique and insightful as well as quick in Power BI. This is a map visual, so you just simply drag and drop the map visual and select location as stated. The last step is going to be distribute this report across the department or for some colleagues. So for that purpose, we're going to use Power BI server. We need to publish this report. It simply takes some couple of seconds to be downloaded. Also, we have done the prep work in terms of the workspace. We have the Hubspot workspace there. Also, Power BI server is user friendly, and it has also the mobile version. So you can make sure that all employees are available and they can use this report from different devices. And the last step is to go to the Power BI server and to see if everything is published and worked smoothly. So we can see Hubspot page and 2 pages about the clients and about company, and everything is working perfectly. So this was kind of a long route, but very interesting and insightful, as well as effective to transform data from Azure Data Factory and then present that in Power BI. So if you have some questions, please do not hesitate to contact us via email. And yes, thanks for attending.